Lansing. Now, from your news leader, this is 6 News at 6.
A late-day rally brings some good news for Wall Street. After holding steady and being on the rise most of the day, stocks took a dive late this afternoon, but then bounced back just before the closing bell. The Dow closed up 430 points, the NASDAQ up 125, and the S&P ended the day up 53 points. Despite all the turmoil on Wall Street and in Congress, the state treasurer is telling 6 News tonight the biggest threat to Michigan's economy is not here, but in Europe. Treasurer Andy Dillon tells our Tim Skubik that if some of those countries got into the red, the impact here would not be good.
The biggest risk I see is if you have trouble, obviously, with Greece and Portugal and Spain and Italy and Ireland. If trouble happens there, I could see a contagion effect that could maybe affect our economy here in North America.
A big announcement on interest rates today from the Federal Reserve. The Fed says it will probably keep interest rates at record lows because the economy is weaker than it had thought. What does this mean for the already struggling housing market? DNFL's Own breaks it all down.
We've seen how the credit downgrade has caused some uncertainty in the stock market, but what about the housing market? Realtor Mitch Crank says it's too early to tell, but he's not worried.
Interest rates are so low and so competitive that historically, even if interest rates were to increase modestly, they would still be at record lows.
Rates are very low right now, and quite frankly, don't have really any other direction to go but up.
But if they do go up, it won't be a drastic jump. Mortgage broker Eric Stevenson puts it this way.
If the rates are still in the 4s, where you're getting a 30-year mortgage at 4% or you're getting a 30-year mortgage at 4 3/4, no, I don't think it's going to make that huge of difference. But I do think it's going to make a massive difference in between 4% and 5 3/4.
And with the Federal Reserve announcing it will likely keep interest rates at record lows for the next 2 years, Crank and Stevenson agree. If you're looking to make a move, now is the time.
Many homes are selling for 20, 30, 40, even 50% of the values that they might have even a few years ago.
You've got a window of opportunity here where, because of all the other economic conditions, they're going to try to keep them there as best they can so that people can take advantage of purchasing a home.
In Lansing, DNFL's Own 6 News.
The Fed says it expects to keep its key interest rate near zero through the middle of 2013, a record low that has been around since December of 2008. Stay tuned to 6 News as we continue to cover the latest from Wall Street, and of course there will be much more from New York and Washington tonight on the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley following this broadcast. Happening now, emergency crews are on the scene of a deadly accident in Jackson County. It happened around